Something monumental is arriving between April 13th and 18th. Dark Sky Week is about to transform everything. Have you noticed that subtle pull from the heavens? It feels as though something greater than us is quietly unfolding. From April 13th to 18th, Dark Sky Week isn't just an astronomy event. It's a reminder, a chance to pause, look up, and reconnect with the vast mysteries we often overlook in our daily rush. During this sacred week, the night sky opens up a portal to wonder, stillness, and something ancient within us. As planets align and light fades, we find clarity in the darkness. You don't need a telescope to experience this. Whether you're seeking wisdom or simply looking for peace in our noisy world, what's coming could change the way you view everything. Before we dive deeper, let's center ourselves. Close your eyes for a moment and say, I am present with the universe. I am open to what this moment offers me. Type that in the comments below and share your presence with our community. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to The Insightful Journey, where we explore not just the stars above, but the truths within. April 13th, Jupiter at its brightest, a night to remember. Let's begin with April 13th, Jupiter at its brightest, a night to remember. On the night of April 13th, something truly extraordinary waits for those who take a moment to look up at the sky. Jupiter, the giant of our solar system, will shine at its peak brightness as it reaches opposition directly opposite the Sun from our perspective here on Earth. This alignment is not just an astronomical event. It's a powerful reminder of our place in the vastness of the cosmos. As the Sun sets below the western horizon, Jupiter will rise in the east and remain visible throughout the night, reaching its peak brilliance around 1 a.m. local time. This rare opportunity offers a spectacular chance to witness the majesty of this gas giant at its clearest and most vivid, glowing like a beacon of ancient wisdom. As the Buddha once said, if you light a lamp for somebody, it will also brighten your path. In this case, Jupiter becomes that lamp, illuminating not only the heavens but also our inner longing for wonder, connection, and perspective. For many of us caught in the rhythm of daily life, working hard, managing the stresses of career, relationships, and expectations, this night offers something few moments in modern life can: stillness, awe, and a direct connection to the infinite. Even without a telescope, Jupiter is unmistakable, outshining every star except the moon. With binoculars or a telescope, however, its majestic striped disk comes to life, and its 4 largest moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, appear like glowing pearls in a cosmic dance. These celestial bodies orbiting this distant giant aren't just a marvel of science. They're also a metaphor. Like responsibilities in a man's life, each moon carries its own weight, beauty, and rhythm. Yet from the right distance, they form a graceful pattern that speaks to order and deeper harmony. As Lao Tzu once said, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. This planetary spectacle echoes that wisdom, teaching us patience, timing, and the quiet power of consistency. In the constellation Virgo, Jupiter's close proximity to the star Spica creates a rare visual pairing, a poetic union of planets and stars that reminds us how everything in the universe is interconnected, just as we are to each other. This simple, quiet moment is an invitation to look up and reflect, not just on the sky, but also on the direction of our own lives. Are we moving with purpose? Are we aligned with what truly matters? The Dalai Lama wisely said, "We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. Watching Jupiter glide through the night sky is a humbling and beautiful reminder to begin that process, not with grand gestures, but with the simple act of being present. Let the night of April 13th be more than just an opportunity for stargazing. Let it be a call to step outside, breathe deeply, and allow the universe to reset your perspective. In a world constantly vying for your attention, this silent giant in the sky offers something rare: stillness, clarity, and awe. So whether you're standing in your backyard, sitting on a porch, or out in a quiet field, look up and remember that you are part of something vast, ancient, and interconnected. Let that awareness bring you peace, for in the end, the stars don't just guide ships, they guide souls. April 14th, Mercury's subtle shine in the twilight. On the evening of April 14th, something quiet yet incredibly special is unfolding in the sky, and it's calling for your attention. As the sun sets and twilight deepens, look toward the western horizon about 30 minutes after sunset. There, hovering gently around 9 degrees above the horizon, is Mercury, shining softly like a golden spark. It's not loud or flashy, easy to overlook if you're not actively searching for it. But that's exactly what makes it so beautiful. Mercury is often lost in the sun's glare, rarely stepping into the spotlight. Yet tonight offers a rare chance to connect with this shy traveler of the solar system. Have you ever noticed how the most meaningful moments in life often come quietly, only revealing themselves when we slow down enough to notice them? Tonight is one of those moments, inviting you to pause, look up, and truly see. Though Mercury reached its furthest point from the sun, known as its greatest elongation, just a few days ago, it still lingers in the twilight, quietly waiting to be discovered. Because the sky will remain relatively bright, spotting it can be a challenge. But that's part of the experience. Just like in life, sometimes the most valuable things require effort and patience. If city lights or haze make it hard to see, grab a pair of binoculars. They'll make all the difference. And for those with a telescope, prepare to be amazed. Mercury won't just appear as a dot. It will look like a thin crescent, with only about 16% of its surface illuminated, offering a delicate, almost artistic view. It's a reminder of how much wonder exists beyond our daily routines. Mercury may be small, but it holds a fascinating role in the solar system. As the closest planet to the sun, it races around our star in just 88 Earth days, faster than any other planet. Yet despite its speed and proximity, many people have never seen it with their own eyes. Why is that? What else in your life might be passing by quietly, unnoticed because you're not taking the time to look? There's a quiet lesson in this moment. Sometimes the rarest and most mysterious experiences are closer than we think. We just need to slow down and look. So tonight, let the twilight guide you. Step outside for just a few minutes. Breathe in the cool air, soften your gaze toward the western sky, and let your heart settle into the rhythm of the cosmos. Don't worry if you don't spot Mercury right away. Let the search itself be part of the experience. The journey towards something meaningful often begins in stillness, quiet effort, and paying attention to what most people overlook. As you search the sky for that golden dot, take a moment to reflect. What else in your life might be waiting to be noticed? What treasures are hiding in places you rarely look? Mercury teaches us that even the smallest light has a place in the grand design, and that something often overlooked can hold beauty, depth, and mystery when we give it our attention. Tonight's message from the sky reminds us that stillness brings clarity, and attention reveals beauty. Take the time to notice the overlooked, both in the heavens and within your own heart. Every moment has its light if you're willing to look. April 15th, Sirius and the Hidden Cluster. Beneath it, on the evening of April 15th, something truly remarkable awaits you in the night sky, and it's more than just what you might expect. If you head outside around 9 p.m. and look toward the southwestern horizon, you'll be treated to one of the brightest sights visible from Earth. Sirius, the brightest star in our night sky. You might already recognize Sirius by its piercing blue-white light, which shines steadily and vibrantly, even cutting through light pollution, making it a favorite among stargazers for generations. Sirius is part of the constellation Canis Major, often referred to as the dog star, and it has held deep significance across many cultures, symbolizing everything from divine guidance to seasonal changes. But what if I told you that Sirius is just the beginning of what this night has to offer? Right below it, just about 4 degrees south, a secret is hiding in the shadows. A beautiful open star cluster known as Messier 41, or M41. If you live in a city or an area with a lot of artificial light, you may not be able to spot it with the naked eye. But with even a simple pair of binoculars or a small telescope, M41 will slowly reveal itself like a hidden treasure. Once you find it, you'll witness a delicate cluster of stars scattered gently across the darkness, a miniature galaxy of light nestled just beneath Sirius. Have you ever looked at a snow globe in the sky? That's what M41 feels like, a soft shimmer of starlight, serene and quiet, resting in the vast stillness of space. The cluster is made up of dozens of stars, some glowing brightly, while others barely whisper their light into the void, all held together in a loose, open formation. It's a beautiful reminder that what appears as empty space is often teeming with subtle wonders just waiting to be noticed. And that's the heart of this moment. Even the most familiar stars, like Sirius, can guide us to new discoveries if we're willing to slow down, look closer, and give the sky our full attention. When was the last time you truly looked at the night sky? Not just as a backdrop, but as something alive, offering peace, perspective, and wonder. This event is part of International Dark Sky Week, a movement encouraging us to step back from the artificial lights of our screens and cities and reconnect with the natural darkness above. Why is this important? Because darkness isn't just the absence of light. It's the space where beauty, mystery, and silence dwell. It's where the universe speaks without words. By turning off excess lights and stepping outside, even for just a few minutes, we give ourselves the rare gift of witnessing the vastness and magic of the cosmos. Have you ever wondered how much of the night sky we miss because of the brightness around us? On April 15th, let this be more than just another evening. Let it be a small journey into the unknown. Take a few minutes to find a quiet spot. Grab your binoculars if you have them, and allow yourself to sit with the stars. Let Sirius guide you. Let M41 surprise you. And let the silence of the sky show you that there's always more to see, always more to feel, when we simply take the time to look up. What might you discover, not only in the sky, but within yourself, when you do? If you've watched this far, you're already tuned in to something extraordinary. Dark Sky Week is more than just a cosmic event. It's a chance to reconnect, reflect, and see the world in a whole new light. Comment below with Dark Sky Awakening if you're ready to embrace the wonder and shift your perspective forever. Don't click away. There's still so much to uncover that could change the way you see the night sky, and perhaps even your place within it. April 16th. the full moon, lights up the night. On the night of April 16th, something truly powerful unfolds above us. A full moon that doesn't just illuminate the sky, but offers a rare moment of connection with the greater rhythm of nature, especially during the heart of Dark Sky Week. As the sun dips below the horizon, the moon rises in all its glory, bathing the night in a radiant glow. It reaches its peak just past midnight, in the early hours of April 16th. But even before that, the moon holds its own all evening, bold, bright, and impossible to ignore. This particular full moon is located in the constellation Virgo, and if you look up just right, you'll also spot Jupiter shining nearby, with the brilliant star Spica completing this celestial trio. It's a moment of alignment, not just in the sky, but perhaps in our lives as well. In the midst of our fast-paced modern lives, filled with distractions, stress, and constant noise, nights like this offer a much-needed pause. The moon doesn't need permission to shine. It simply rises and holds steady, washing everything in its path with a pale, peaceful light. While its brightness might obscure the subtler stars and deep-sky objects that astronomers often chase, it offers us something different: clarity and calm. Step outside and notice how even the shadows soften under the moonlight. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, pulled in too many directions, or uncertain about what truly matters, tonight is your invitation to slow down. Let the full moonlight stretch across your face, and let the cool night air remind you that some of the most powerful experiences are the quietest ones. This is a night for reflection, not reaction. If you enjoy photography, this is the kind of evening that breathes new life into your lens. The contrast of light, the way the landscape transforms. There's beauty in capturing these simple, timeless moments. But even if you're not behind a camera, there's great value in just being present. When was the last time you allowed yourself to simply observe? No phone, no multitasking, just you and the night sky. The moon has watched over humanity for millennia, and on this night, it's your turn to be the observer. Noticing its craters and ancient lava plains through a telescope can be grounding. You're literally witnessing the scars of cosmic history, and in some ways, it mirrors our own lives. We all carry marks from the past, but those marks don't make us any less beautiful. They make us more real. Here's a simple truth to carry with you. The full moon doesn't strive to be seen. It just rises. You don't always have to hustle to earn your place in life. Sometimes, simply showing up, being present, being still, and being aware is more than enough. Use this moment as a reset. Whether you're walking beneath its glow, sharing the view with someone you care about, or simply looking out your window in silence, let the light of the moon remind you that peace is available right here, right now. Not in some far-off achievement or the next thing you buy, but in the quiet beauty of the world as it is. Let this night be a turning point. As Dark Sky Week continues, think about what you can dim in your own life, so that what truly matters can shine more brightly. April 17th, Venus shines bright in the morning twilight. If you're someone who rises with the sun, or even if you're simply awake in the early hours, April 17th is offering you something truly special, something that could forever change the way you experience your mornings. Venus, often called the morning star, will blaze in the twilight sky, shining brighter than ever at a magnitude of -4.6. This means Venus will be the brightest object in the sky after the moon, and it will shine so intensely that even as the sky begins to brighten, you won't be able to miss it. Picture this: around 5:30 to 6 a.m., if you step outside and look toward the eastern horizon, you'll see this brilliant celestial beacon hanging about 10 degrees above the horizon, like a radiant cosmic lantern, quietly waiting to greet you. Doesn't it make you wonder how often we overlook these quiet wonders, simply because we're caught in the rush of daily life? Venus rising in the early morning sky isn't just a beautiful event. It's an invitation to pause, to breathe, and to reconnect with the natural rhythms that surround us, but often go unnoticed. Have you ever looked up and felt, even for a second, a sense of peace or awe that words couldn't explain? That's the kind of moment Venus offers. It's not just about science, it's about soul. If you have access to a telescope, even a small one, you're in for an even deeper experience. Right now, Venus appears as a large, delicate crescent, with only about 10% of its surface illuminated. It mirrors the gentle curve of a crescent moon, but on a planet so far away, yet so present in your morning sky. What does it feel like to witness something that vast and timeless with your own eyes? You're not just seeing light and distance, you're witnessing the movement of planets in real time. It's a reminder that even though our days may feel rushed or repetitive, the universe continues its elegant rhythm, offering us new perspectives every single day. Starting your morning with a moment of stillness under the gaze of Venus can transform your entire day. It's more than just stargazing. It's like receiving a quiet cosmic blessing before the world gets loud again. Can the beauty of a single planet shift your mindset, inspire your creativity, or help you carry a sense of calm throughout the day? Absolutely. And maybe that's what makes events like this so powerful. In a world where everything demands our attention, Venus doesn't shout. It simply shines, teaching us something important. Sometimes presence speaks louder than noise. Clarity doesn't come from control, but from letting go and tuning in. So here's a little challenge for you. Set your alarm just a bit earlier on April 17th. Step outside, breathe in the cool air, and look east. Let Venus be your morning guide. Whether you're alone with your thoughts or sipping tea with someone you love, take that moment as a gift. Ask yourself, what else am I missing in the rush of my routines? What beauty is quietly waiting for me just beyond the noise? In that brief encounter with a distant world, you might just reconnect with your own inner space. The lesson for the day: nature doesn't need to demand your attention. It invites it. By simply showing up, even for a few moments, you receive more than just a view of the stars. You gain peace, presence, and perspective. Let Venus remind you that even the smallest stillness can lead to the greatest clarity. April 18th, Mars marches through the evening sky. Hey, have you taken a moment to look up at the night sky lately? Something truly special is unfolding this week. And on the evening of April 18th, there's a quiet, almost poetic moment waiting for you above the western horizon. Mars, the red planet, often overshadowed by the brilliance of Venus or Jupiter, is stepping into the spotlight in its own subtle, steady way. About an hour after sunset, if you face west and look up roughly 20 degrees above the horizon, you'll spot a soft reddish point of light. That's Mars, glowing gently at magnitude 1.5. It's not screaming for attention, but still holding its space, shining with quiet confidence that almost feels symbolic. Can you see it now? Here's where things get even more fascinating. Mars isn't just staying in one place tonight. It's moving from the constellation Aries, the Ram, into Taurus, the Bull. This shift may seem small, but it reflects something deeply powerful. Everything in the sky is in motion, even if it appears still to the naked eye. What does that say about life? Perhaps it's a reminder that change is always happening, often slowly, sometimes quietly, but always in motion, just like we are. Doesn't that feel reassuring? If you're already familiar with the night sky, you might want to look for Mars near the distinctive V-shaped Hyades star cluster and the bright orange star Aldebaran in the coming nights. Even though Mars may appear tiny, its disk is only about 4 arcseconds wide. Its presence carries significant weight. In ancient mythology, Mars was the god of war, a symbol of energy, courage, and relentless forward movement. Today, it still serves as a beacon for those themes, but instead of loud conquests, maybe it calls us to a more personal kind of bravery, showing up, trying again, and continuing even when no one's watching. So, I want to ask you this. What in your life feels like Mars right now? Something small, perhaps, but steady. Something that isn't stealing the spotlight, but is still making progress. Maybe it's a quiet goal you've been working toward, or a part of yourself you're trying to heal or nurture. Mars reminds us that just because something isn't dramatic or flashy doesn't mean it's not powerful. In fact, sometimes the most meaningful transformations happen when no one else sees them, except maybe the stars. This journey of Mars from Aries into Taurus is also a reminder of how the cycles in the sky mirror the cycles in our own lives. Aries brings us the fire of beginnings, that burst of motivation and initiative. Taurus, on the other hand, invites us to ground ourselves, to build something lasting, and to trust the process, honoring the slow, steady pace of growth. Could this transition be asking you to slow down just enough to find your footing and then keep going with purpose? So tonight, take a few minutes to step outside and let your eyes adjust to the fading twilight. Let Mars show you that progress isn't always loud. Let its quiet red glow guide you toward resilience, patience, and the courage to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. Because, like the stars, you are always in motion, even if you don't always see it. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough. Thank you for being here and tuning in to today's video. Something truly special is unfolding. Dark Sky Week, from April 13th to 18th, is going to change the way we see the world, both literally and spiritually. If this is your first time with us, feel free to introduce yourself in the comments by typing, "I am a stargazer," if you're new, or "I see the dark sky," if you've been walking this path with us for a while. Your voice matters, and your presence makes this journey so meaningful. Now let's keep exploring together under the vast, quiet sky. Dim the lights. Illuminate your inner calm. During Dark Sky Week, we're invited to do something deceptively simple yet profoundly transformative. Dim the lights, not just in our homes but in our minds. In a world constantly bathed in artificial light, where screens glow late into the night and cities never fully sleep, we've become disconnected from the natural rhythm of light and dark. But the night isn't a void to be filled. It's a presence, a quiet teacher that offers us something the day often cannot: stillness. Turning off unnecessary lights between April 7th and 13th isn't just a symbolic gesture. It's a way of returning to our natural state. It's about making space for reflection and clarity. When we step outside, even if it's just to stand on our balcony or take a few breaths in the yard, we reconnect with something ancient and grounding. As your eyes adjust to the dimness, so too can your awareness shift inward. It's in the absence of noise and glare that we begin to hear what's truly within us. As the Buddha once said, just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. Embracing the dark isn't about retreat. It's about awakening. In the dark, there is honesty. We see less, but we feel more. In that simplicity, the stars reappear, not just above us, but within us. And it reminds us that stillness is not emptiness, but the fullness of presence. In modern life, where restlessness has become the norm, and productivity often trumps peace, the night gives us permission to stop striving and start sensing. Use this week to let the stars guide you back to the quiet strength you carry. If we can learn to sit with the night without needing to light it up, we might just learn to sit with ourselves as we are, without the need to change. Let this practice be a gentle rebellion against the fast pace of modern life, a way to honor the depth that darkness brings. After all, it's often in the darkest skies that the brightest stars are seen. Don't just look, listen. Meditate under the stars. When we think of the night sky, we often just look, admiring the beauty of stars scattered across the dark canvas above. But what if I told you that seeing isn't everything? That there's a deeper experience waiting for you if you choose not only to look, but to listen. The true magic of Dark Sky Week doesn't come solely from observing the stars. It comes from tuning into the quiet, sacred symphony of the night, the soft rustle of leaves, the gentle whisper of the wind, the chorus of crickets, and even the stillness itself. These aren't just background noises. They are nature's ways of inviting you to slow down, to come home to yourself. So, I encourage you during this special time, find a quiet place beneath the stars and simply sit, not to do, but to be. Close your eyes. Let your breath become deep and steady. Inhale slowly, feeling as if you're drawing in stardust, ancient and wise. Exhale gently, letting go of the day's weight, of any noise cluttering your mind. Can you feel it? That gentle sense of belonging, not just to a moment, but to something far bigger than yourself. You are not a visitor under the stars. You are part of the same universe that lit them. You are the silence between breaths, the rhythm in the wind, the still point in a moving world. What would happen if you allowed yourself to be fully present in that space? If you could just listen, not with your ears, but with your heart? Maybe then the night wouldn't just be dark. It would be illuminating. As you embrace Dark Sky Week, remember this. The darkness is not empty. It holds everything. Let the stars be your teachers. Let the night be your guide. And let your own stillness become your awakening. The lesson here is simple, yet powerful. True presence doesn't come from watching the world. It comes from being in harmony with it. So take this practice with you and ask yourself often, not just under the stars, but in daily life, am I really listening? Under the night sky. The night sky reminds us that peace, wonder, and clarity are always within reach if we're willing to pause and look up. Let this week be more than just a series of cosmic events. Let it be a shift in how you move through your days. As the Buddha taught, with our thoughts, we make the world. So choose presence, choose stillness, choose to see the beauty that's always been there. If this message resonated with you, help us share it. Like this video, subscribe to Insightful Journey, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment of insight, reflection, and cosmic connection. And if you know someone who needs a reminder to slow down and look up, share this video with them. Together, let's continue this journey, not just through the stars, but deeper into the wisdom of life itself. Until next time, stay present, stay peaceful, and keep looking up.